Steve Stine here, and today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be reviewing the Bootlegger Blues 30, which is an all-tube amp. I know there's a lot of argument on whether or not you should or shouldn't have a blues amp. I just want to bring you some products I think are pretty cool that are reasonably priced for you to check out and see if it's something you might be interested in. So with the video that you just saw, I was using this and I thought the sounds were really good. Now what I'm doing is just a quick little demo on the amp itself, and I'm just using some room mics here, so it's going to sound a little bit different. But and of course I'm using the a Strat as well. So with this Bootlegger Blues 30, okay, it's got an eminent speaker. It's got two 6L6 speakers, or excuse me, 6L6 tubes, and then it runs three 12AX7s, although I believe you can get AT7s for it as well. But that's what it comes loaded with. This one has the 12AX7s with the 6L6s. So basically, I enjoy this amp. It's not an overly expensive amp, which is sometimes really important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of tilt this forward so you can see this and just talk a little bit about what we have here. Now, what I want you to notice is other than the volume and the reverb, I've just got everything set halfway up. Just a nice, easy place to start, okay? So I've got the gain halfway up. It's got a fat button, of course, treble, bass, and middle, volume, reverb, and presence. And then you've got an effects loop there, and that is your amp. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of show you the different sounds and the responses that I can get from this amp as best I can on video with room mics, right? I mean, the best way of always trying out an amp, of course, is to be able to have your guitar and be able to plug into it, although sometimes that's just not possible, which is why we have video like this. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start off by being on my bridge position pickup. I'm going to have these all the way up, okay, my volume and my tones all the way up. And just, so you can see it breaks up quite quickly. I've got, again, the gain set at 50%. Now, for me, what I tend to do, I like amps that are easily adjustable so I can get the sound that I want in about 5 minutes and then I move on. I don't, and again, this is just me. You might be completely different, but I like amps that I can just set and go. So I can plug in, I can dial it in a couple of minutes and I'm ready to go and I've got a tone that I like. What I love about tube amps, and I always have, is just a tube amp that can be spongy when you need it to. It can be very responsive dynamically. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with solid state amps. It's perfectly fine and it's all what you're looking for. But let's just take a look at what we've got here. So again, I'm in this first position, right? Which is kind of a brittle position for this particular guitar. But I just want to show you, like if I was to strum it a bit softer, it cleans up. And then if I dig in a little bit, we hear it start breaking up, okay? So if I was strumming, now, for me, I use my guitar to get most of my tones. So in this particular position, I don't really like how brittle it is. So the first thing I would do is I would either roll back my volume a little bit, to give me a little bit more of what I'm looking for, or I would switch over to the second position. Okay, so now I am on the second position here. All right, there's 5 positions in this particular switch. Now that to me is much more the kind of sound I'd be looking for with a combination of this guitar and this amp. Okay, so again, I don't know how well that relates on video, but that's got a really nice sound. Okay, and again, I could roll my volume back, but I think that's pretty good. Now, what I am going to do, though, in this position, is I'm going to explore the drive a little bit. I'm going to turn the gain up just a little bit. So that's a cool sound for me. And again, it's just adjusting the gain just a little bit from that second position. Oftentimes with Strats single coil pickups, I find that, again, this is kind of off topic, but I really like the second position oftentimes. Now, of course, I punched the gain up a little bit. I'm going to bring that back to 5, halfway up. I can always drop my volume back just a little bit. And it sounds quite nice. Okay, so again, I could go through all the positions. I'm just going to jump all the way up here to the 5th position, which is my neck pickup. And you hear it sounds pretty meaty. Again, I like the 5th position on this particular guitar. Okay, so it's a very responsive amp, and again, you'll notice I'm not even really messing with the treble and the bass and everything. Everything's just set halfway, and I'm leaving it. Okay, the reverb is a tank reverb. Now, I've got it set on 3, although if I turn that up, it's way more reverb than I would ever need. So I'm usually running at about 3. Okay, so now I'm back down in my first position. I'm going to turn the gain up, and I'm going to turn the fat switch on. Let me click that fat switch for you. Here it's off. Here it's on. Now if I bring my gain up, now I've got the gain all the way up, so I'm not sure if I'm going to clip my meters here, but... Again, a really cool sound. So it's just something to think about a little bit. The Blues 30 by a company called Bootlegger. You can check them out at bootleggerguitar.com. And the company is a really awesome company, very approachable. So check and see if they've got something you might be interested in. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you click the subscribe button so you're always notified when I have new videos. And if you need help choosing a guitar course that's perfect for you, make sure that you click the Help Me Choose link in the description.